Hello and welcome to the 2021 Savitt Awards banquet, minus the banquet part, of course, but feel free to eat in front of your computers. I'm Al Stavitsky, Dean of the Reynolds School, and I'm delighted to be here live with you on Zoom and Facebook as we celebrate student success, thank our generous donors, and salute the graduating class of 2021. For the second consecutive year, and hopefully the final time, we're holding this event virtually. We hope that you will add your voice to the celebration by commenting in the chat on Zoom or the live video on Facebook, or you can live tweet. And if you do, please tag us at RSJ Nevada. This event was established decades ago by Ella and Saul Savitt. The Savitts owned a successful company that distributed newspapers and magazines around northern Nevada and Lake Tahoe, and they supported many programs at the university in addition to journalism. Ella lived to be 100, and she always came to the Savitt Awards banquet. In addition to giving out student honors, the Savitt Awards event also acknowledges our scholarship recipients and the donors who make those scholarships possible. This remarkable year was even more remarkable in that we awarded record numbers of scholarships. We awarded $199,700 in scholarships to 69 students. And that's a record both in terms of dollars and students supported. And at the end of this virtual event, we'll post a link to all the scholarship recipients and donors, so you'll be able to read more about those, as well as listing the award winners. To the students who receive the scholarships, we hope that someday you are in a position to help the next generation of Reynolds School students and would consider making a gift, and then we will talk about you at future Savitt events. In addition to recognizing scholarships, the Savitt Awards recognize student achievement in various curricular areas. The award recipients are selected by the faculty to represent accomplishment, commitment, and potential. Each award comes with a certificate and some cash. The awards will be presented tonight by faculty and a special guest in person and through video. So let's get going. We begin with the James Fasoulis Award for the Outstanding Advertising Student. James Fasoulis was an alumnus of our program and a renowned advertising executive for the DDB Needham firm in Chicago. The award in his name was established by family and friends upon his death. To present the Fasoulis Award, here's our IMC team instructor, Professor Paul Klein.
My name is Paul Klein, and I have the honor of presenting the Outstanding Student Award for Advertising. This winner was a student of mine during the 2020-2021 academic school year. Her project management, content writing, and ideation work was highly creative and engaging. She understands the complex composition of integrated marketing campaigns and using multiple mediums to coordinate a strategic narrative. As the account director of the 2021 National Student Advertising Competition team, she superbly led a team of students through the nation's premier college advertising competition that provides students the real-world experience of creating a strategic campaign for a corporate client. She is an excellent team leader and will certainly be a valuable addition to any company. The James Fasoulis Advertising Award goes to Brooke Enickson. Congratulations, Brooke.
Yes, congrats, Brooke, and thank you, Paul. Next is the Doris Sanofsky Outstanding Student in Electronic Media. This award was established by Doris, a 1949 Nevada journalism graduate. Now in her 90s, she remains active as a media producer in New Jersey and is currently writing plays. This year's Sinofsky Award will be presented by Professor Ezekiel Koren.
Hi, my name is Ezekiel Koren. Well, this student has shown a high level of standard TV packages and mini documentaries with interesting story angles and original stand-ups. Their work has been featured in the Reynolds Sandbox with fascinating topics ranging from Tahoe apartments crammed with foreign ski bums to a UNR instructor moonlighting as an Uber driver to make ends meet. From ski stations struggling with the effects of climate change to the COVID pandemic. Amidst the onset of the COVID pandemic in the spring of 2020, they were able to quickly adapt to a changing environment and successfully work hand in hand with a visiting scholar in producing high quality content. A repeated contender in the National Hearst Award TV competitions, this year, this student placed 15th in the very challenging category of TV features and was also the only RSJ winner. The impressive work they do in motion graphics has definitely stood out, such as an explainer video looking at the ethics of Facebook and other tech companies getting involved in female employees freezing their eggs. This student excels at tackling complex issues through rich and engaging media products. As one of the areas faculty mentioned, this student is an incredible artist, combining hand-drawn animations and strong writing and reporting skills with great story ideas, and even better execution through a wide range of electronic media. And if such a list of accomplishments was not enough, they have achieved all this while working as an editor at a local TV station. Please join me in recognizing this year's outstanding student in electronic media, Ms. Jordan Griffin.
Thanks, EK, and way to go, Jordan. Well, Doris Sinofsky, because she has produced documentary films, also established the Doris Sinofsky Outstanding Student in Documentary Film Award. And here to produce the documentary award is the Reynolds School's own award-winning filmmaker, Professor Carrie Barber.
We started this award a few years ago after the public screening of our documentary film class grew from 3 guests the first year to 40 guests, then 70 guests, then 150, and then more than 200 the last time we held it live in the Joe Crawley Student Union. This year was a little bit different, but our public screening went online, and there's one film that really grabbed the attention and the hearts of the audience. After watching the documentary this student created, audience members wanted to get involved in volunteering in our community, and we're looking for ways to make our town a better place. This is the power of documentary, and the student winning this award created a film that made a difference in a tangible way. One faculty member said about this student, "One of the things that struck me about them is their attitude toward uncertainty. Unlike other students who shy away from uncertainty, this student dives right in, going out of their way to not only make sense of complex situations, but to contribute to the dialogue between pairs who might not be on the same wavelength. The student is sharp and has a clear sense of social justice." Another faculty member said, once the student likes an idea, they really get into it. They're very humble as they downplay the work that they actually do. And by the way, we noticed that, contrary to most students who overplay what they're actually doing. They're mature, inquisitive, and while seemingly discreet, they are actually a journalistic powerhouse in the making. I've never seen this student shy away from a challenge. They take feedback well and have a tenacity that is a rare and beautiful thing. The award for documentary filmmaking goes to Jessica Romo.
Congrats, Jessica, and thank you, Carrie. I mentioned that we have a special guest presenter tonight joining the faculty presenters. So here to present the award for the Outstanding Student in New Media, representing the class of 2039, is Salvador Columbon.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Like, what you know?
This is noticing is that this aisle is like pretty empty. People are getting their paper towels. And this side, empty. How you doing today? Good. Good. Do you want to answer like questions really quickly before you get to your floor?
Sure.
What do you think of journalists?
Journalists, I think that they do important work whenever they do it right.
Really?
Yeah.
What is right?
Whenever they're doing their proper research and not spreading just their own opinion.
Don't have a cameraman that films the footage all shaky. Make sure they're always filming the subject and keeping you at the focus of the video. Ethan?
How do you follow that? Congratulations, Karina. Thank you, Sal. Look forward to seeing you around the building and producing more of your video. Next is the Kisti Janulis Outstanding News Student Award. Kisti Janulis was a distinguished foreign correspondent during World War II. And then he came to Reno in 1946 to teach in what was then the Department of Journalism here. Now to present the Janulis Award is Professor Kathleen Masterson.
Greetings, everyone. I want to start by saying, please don't let my inability to dance like Sal in any way diminish the importance of this award. This is a critical award and a very deserving student has won it. So this year's Outstanding News Award goes to a multi-talented reporter and editor. She served as a news editor of the Sagebrush, as an intern at the LA Times and the Nevada Independent. Professors who've worked with this student describe her persistence and her thorough reporting and her ability to juggle work with her outside responsibilities. They also mention her stellar academic record in both journalism and political science, her keen sense of social justice, and ability and interest and engagement in learning to do bilingual reporting, as well as her much needed focus on reporting on issues that rural Nevada is facing, which so often get ignored in the mainstream media. In reporting for the LA Times, she rose to the challenge of joining a newsroom remotely, reporting on stories, everything from messaging apps that Chinese nationals use to workers' fears about returning to the workplace during the pandemic. And she seamlessly integrated into a new newsroom in a new city, all while working remotely from 8 hours or so away. As you've probably guessed, this award goes to the very deserving student, Taylor Avery. Please join me on congratulating her. We're so excited to see where you go next.
Congratulations, Taylor, and thank you, Kathleen. Next is the award for the Reynolds Outstanding Business Journalism Student. And to present that, our Reynolds Professor of Business Journalism, Alan Deutschman.
This is Professor Alan Deutschman. I hold the Reynolds Endowed Chair in Business Journalism, and it gives me great pleasure to announce that this year's winner for the Reynolds Outstanding Student in Business Journalism is Benjamin Payne. Before completing his master's degree at the Reynolds School in December, Ben contributed excellent articles to our content vertical, Reno Tahoe Business Report, covering industries such as the casino business, retail, and local entrepreneurship. He also contributed a piece to Marketplace, the prominent national business news show on public radio that airs on NPR. So congratulations to Ben, and best wishes. We expect great things from you going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan, and well done, Ben. Next is the award for the Outstanding Public Relations Student, and our presenter is Professor Todd Feltz.
Thank you so much, Al. So this year's Outstanding PR Student joined Public Relations Student Society of America as a freshman. So for 4 years, he served in several roles in PRSSA. And this year he served as the president in a pandemic, doing extraordinary work to keep the club going and recruit an entire whole new board because the current board was all graduating. This student was a leader also in this year's National Student Advertising Team Competition. This student completed 4 internships during the course of his time here at the university. He is well thought of in the community. So much I would like to quote from one of his most recent intern managers here in town. She says, Rachel Gattuso, the student embodies the drive, curiosity, and integrity of a true public relations professional. This student cares about the quality of work produced and is acutely aware of how actions affect client initiatives. This student is talented and precise with words, something that can't always be taught, and he always holds the end game in mind. I only had the chance to teach this student one time during the summer in crisis communications. It was one of the first classes that allowed students to come back onto campus, and we kind of maneuvered through the pandemic together. He really contributed such great ideas in the crisis communications class. This year's outstanding student in public relations is Ben Engel.
2 Bens in a row. Way to go, Mr. Engel, and thank you, Todd. Now to the AAF Reno Outstanding Strategic Communications student. AAF Reno is the American Advertising Federation, and its Reno chapter provides support and encouragement for our students. Here to present is Professor Allison Golden.
Hello, I'm super excited to do the event tonight. It's always the best time of the year for me to recognize students and the work that they've done. It's really hard to choose this award because so many students have contributed, whether it was the Bateman team or the quarantine team or the PRSSA team. And so we look at all of these students and figure out who stands out above them, and it's really hard to narrow it down. This student also got involved early and often in all of the things, from ambassadors to the regional conference for PRSSA, to she's the only one who has competed in both Bateman and IMC, and which is strenuous. Fortunately, she didn't do them at the same time, but very few students do both. And she has continually risen above, served in the PRSSA board in many roles. And she wears herself out. She doesn't sleep very much. She drinks way too much coffee. I think she drinks coffee. That must be how she stays awake. And she almost gave up because she puts on too much on herself. But she lives up to her own expectations. She lives up to this Reynolds School of Journalism expectations. And she's one of the few students who will actually go from Reynolds School of Journalism to New York to working for Ketchum. I'm pleased to say that Kyla Kwan is Strategic Communicator of the Year.
Yay! Kudos to Kyla, and thank you, Allison. We go next to the Marilyn Newton Outstanding Student in Visual Journalism, to be presented by Professor Amber Walsh.
The next honor given tonight is the Marilyn Newton Outstanding Student in Visual Journalism Award. Known for her determination in documenting crimes, to natural disasters and more, Marilyn Newton has chronicled life in Northern Nevada like no other. She has won numerous national, regional, and state awards, including being nominated for the Pulitzer Prize. In the same fashion, the student award is given to one who demonstrates excellence in visual communication. This student has displayed strong work in class, an internship, or student media. The first signs of this student's skills in and commitment to visual journalism appeared in the introductory class, Journalism 108. From the beginning, the student demonstrated three qualities that are essential for success in visual communication: a thirst for learning new techniques and technologies, the flexibility to adapt to rapidly changing requirements of the profession, and a determination to work as hard and as long as it takes to get to a high standard of final production. These qualities and a lot of hard work have propelled the students to success in classes and visual journalism work across campus and in freelance work. And finally, the student has been a member of Alpha Design, the faculty-led, student-run design agency at RSJ for 3 semesters. The Marilyn Newton Outstanding Student in Visual Journalism Award goes to Yenna Shelley Su.
Congratulations, Shelley, and thank you, Amber. Each year, the graduate faculty select a student in our master's program as the outstanding graduate student. This year, the award will be presented by the Reynolds School's Director of Graduate Studies, Professor Carrie Barber.
I wanted to write something nice about this student. And I did, don't worry, I'm not going to say something weird. But I wanted to write something nice about her because she's such a joy to work with. But there were so many other people that wanted to say nice things about her, so I'm just going to read a few of those words instead. Our associate dean wrote that this student has given so much to the school in the process of getting their master's degree. They've willingly taken on extra grading, extra labs, and every time they were asked. And students, undergraduate students love them and what they learn in their classes. This student attends every extra event to support their cohort and their faculty. The folks at the library wrote about this student, that this student impressed the library faculty with their ability to design and optimize, it's going to become obvious who I'm talking about really quickly here, to design and optimize a 3D environment at an advanced programming level that otherwise takes years to achieve. The student has a knack for balancing aesthetics and technical foundations necessary to make a VR experience that is both interactive and really beautiful. It takes our entire team of full-time faculty to generate what this student has pulled off by herself in half the time. And this student's professional project chair wrote that the student has done a phenomenal amount of work to a very high industry standard without any prior knowledge of the field. The student has demonstrated original, profound thinking and shows entrepreneurial spirit and determination in seeking out diverse people, programming languages, hardware, software, resources, and workarounds to bring their project to fruition. The project brings the disparate threads of Reno's history to life, combining a visual marvel that is historically important neon signs with stories and local landscape to preserve geographical presence. The award goes to Janice Baker, who will be continuing next year with a PhD program in neuroscience. Congratulations.
Way to go, Janice, and thank you again, Carrie. Now to the LaRude First Amendment Award. Warren LaRude, whom we proudly count as an alumnus of our program, served as editor and publisher of newspapers in Reno for many years, earning a Pulitzer Prize for opinion writing. He later taught in the Reynolds School as well. Warren and his wife Janet created this award to honor a student whose work demonstrates commitment to First Amendment values. To present the LaRude Award, here's Professor Patrick File.
Good evening. I'm Patrick File, Assistant Professor of Media Law, and it's my privilege to announce the 2021 winner of the LaRude First Amendment Endowment Award, which we award every year thanks to a generous gift from Professor Emeritus Warren LaRude and his wife, Janet. This award goes to a junior or senior who the faculty feels best represents the spirit and intellect of the First Amendment. Through overcoming challenges and obstacles in gathering and writing news for the public, high classroom achievement, or superior performance in internships or professional journalism assignments. It should be said that I don't know one journalist or student who hasn't faced challenges and obstacles over the past 12 months. often confined to bedrooms back home and having to think creatively about how to produce meaningful work with the hope that the future will open back up to them. In spite of challenges like those, Jamie Soleo has demonstrated a remarkable personal commitment to principles of press freedom. Jamie has impressed with creative and critical-minded problem-solving skills in the Reynolds School's Public Records Workshop, and with the level of sophistication in her legal analysis in our media law class. These academic achievements opened up other opportunities, like earning a spot in the highly selective Student Press Law Center Summer Media Law Institute, and a research internship with the Electronic Frontier Foundation to report on the pressing problem of law enforcement surveillance. Jamie has also led the Reynolds School's chapter of the National Press Photographers Association, a group committed to promote the highest standards in visual journalism and the credibility of the profession. Her photography over the past year has focused on the personal challenges of isolation amid the pandemic, as well as the social and political conflicts of the past year. So for a well-rounded and earnest academic and professional commitment to understanding and applying the First Amendment, I'm happy to announce Jamie Soleo is this year's LaRue First Amendment Endowment Award winner. Congratulations, Jamie.
Congrats, Jamie, and thank you, Patrick. Next is the Robert Laxalt Distinguished Writer Award. Robert Laxalt, a member of a renowned Nevada family, is perhaps the most accomplished writer in our state's history, and he also taught writing in our school for many years. The Laxalt Distinguished Writer Program in his name brings leading writers to campus every fall. Here to present the Laxalt Award is our Leonard Professor of Ethics and Writing, Caesar Andrews.
Hello, everybody. This is what one admiring faculty member had to say about our absolutely outstanding recipient of the Distinguished Writing Award. This student is not only an excellent writer, she, quote, challenges dominant narratives through her work. And what I take that to mean is that she not only writes very well, she's also an excellent critical thinker. I want to share just one paragraph from a story last fall where this winter covered Indigenous People Day in Reno. The soft but persistent sound of sidewalk chalk scratching against concrete filled downtown Reno's plaza yesterday. It intertwined itself with the hum of outdoor voices, chants and rap music played over a loudspeaker, a child's scooter clattering as it struck cracks along the sidewalk, revving motorcycle engines, and the Truckee River roaring like white noise in the background. And I can assure you, as one of her past instructors, that there's more where that came from this particular winter. I am proud to announce that Faith Evans is the Laxalt Distinguished Writer for 2021. Congratulations, Faith. You're an absolutely wonderful student and writer.
Thank you, Caesar, and nice work, Faith. Next is the Steve Martirano Best Published Article Award. Steve Martirano is a graduate of our program and is the recipient of the Reynolds School Distinguished Alumnus Award. He created this award to recognize student work that is of professional quality and has been published either in print or online. The 2021 Martirano Award goes to Taylor Johnson for her story, They Always Forget to Listen. Asian students experience racism, microaggressions, and hate on campus. This powerful story was published in the Sagebrush back in February of this year. Congratulations, Taylor. Those are all of the individual student awards, but we are not done. We have more honors. First is the recognition of our 2021 initiates to the Kappa Tau Alpha Honor Society. And here again, the Reynolds School's KTA chapter advisor, Professor Patrick File.
Kappa Tau Alpha is the National Honor Society for Journalism and Mass Communication. Kappa Tau Alpha is Greek for the truth shall prevail, and the letters KTA stand for knowledge, truth, and accuracy. Our chapter is among the oldest in the nation, dating back to 1956, so our initiates join a long and distinguished group of Nevada alums. The inductees I'm about to introduce are in the top 10% of Reynolds School juniors or seniors and have a GPA above 3.75. Kappa Tau Alpha requires that members pledge to dedicate themselves to the highest ideals of journalism and mass communication in whatever medium they may work, to liberty of communication, to honesty in news, commentary, and advertising, to fairness to all persons and all groups, to skill and artistry in presentation, to accuracy and to truth. Initiates will receive a cord and pin to wear with their cap and gown, as well as a certificate of membership. The 2021 initiates are Christiana Abakan, Jillian Briere, Ian Cook, Kayla Crowley, Rachel Jackson, Colleen McCoy, Autumn Oakes, Caitlin Prinz, Emily Richards, Ashlyn Rogers, Catherine Schofield, Sienna Simpson, and Kendall Waltz. Congratulations, scholars.
And thank you, Patrick. Best to the 2021 KTA class from a fellow Kappa Tau Alpha member from my own student days, and something that I remember proudly. Okay, one more award. This is the Nevada Semenza Christian Teaching Award, and it is presented each year to a Reynolds School faculty member to recognize outstanding teaching. Nominations for the Semenza Award come from students. This award was established by the family of Nevada Semenza Christian, who graduated in the very first class of journalism students from the university back in 1924. It's highly competitive to receive this award because of the high quality of the teaching on this faculty. And this year, 8 different faculty members were nominated. Here are some of the comments from students about this year's awardee, and I am removing the pronouns to prolong the suspense, as I do every year. I've never had a teacher care as much about their students and their success. Without Professor X, I don't think I would have been able to pass any of my classes this year. And Professor X helped me fall back in love with journalism. Who could that be? The recipient of the 2021 Nevada Semenza Christian Teaching Award is Ezekiel Corin. EK, the stage is yours.
Okay. Well, first of all, to the students that that nominated me, thank you so much. It's an incredible honor, and those words are beyond anything I could have wished for. Really, I'm kind of speechless. This has been a really weird year, as we all know, and just knowing that we had the opportunity to jump online and try to do kind of the work that we do in classrooms as well as we could, and that students were able to see that and recognize it and feel, as we constantly say, feel loved and feel embraced by us as faculty. That is truly amazing. Again, thank you, and thank you to the school for giving me the opportunity to teach these wonderful students.
Congratulations, Ezekiel, and thank you for all that you do. That's a wrap for the 2021 Savitt Awards. My thanks to Jesse from the Reynolds School team and Payton from the university's Teaching Learning Technology office for their technical wizardry in helping to pull this off. And thanks to all the faculty presenters and to Sal Remarkably, I don't think anyone had to be told to unmute tonight. And what other Zoom call could you say that about? To all the students recognized tonight, we salute you for your hard work, your commitment to academic and professional success, and particularly under these challenging and unprecedented circumstances. To the scholarship and award donors, we are grateful for your transformational support. As we said at the beginning, to see a list of all the scholarship donors and recipients, as well as all the award winners, go to our Reynolds School website. Jesse put that link in the chat. And to the class of spring 2021, we are so pleased that we are going to be able to celebrate your graduation in person next week. So until then, everybody, be well, stay safe, and know that you will always be a part of the Reynolds School family. Good night, all.
Good night.